refused to let my ex-stepkids stay at my house after years of them telling me I'm not their mom. My ex-husband Jake and I just finalized our divorce after 5 years of marriage. We have a 3-year-old daughter together, but he also has 2 older daughters from his first marriage. Their mom died when they were really young, so I've been in their lives for 6 years. Our custody arrangement is pretty simple. We do every other week with our daughter, but since she's only 3 and doesn't really understand, we just let her go to whoever she asks for. She'll cry for daddy one day and cry for mommy the next, so we try to be flexible. Last Friday, Jake dropped our daughter off at my house and said he needed to ask me something. He seemed nervous and kept fidgeting with his keys. He told me his older daughters, who are 13 and 10 now, wanted to come stay at my house like their little sister does. I immediately said no. He looked shocked and asked why not. I told him straight up that they've made it very clear I'm not their mother. I have a schedule built around 1 toddler, not 3 kids, and I'm not taking care of his daughters every other week on top of everything else. He got quiet for a minute, then left without saying much else. I figured that was the end of it. Wrong. 2 days later, my phone started blowing up. His parents, his sister, even the girl's maternal grandparents were all calling and texting saying I was cruel and heartless. They said just because Jake and I didn't work out doesn't mean I should abandon the girls, that I'd been in their lives for 6 years and they needed stability. I tried explaining my side, but nobody wanted to hear it. Finally, I told them I'd be willing to do 1 day a month with the girls, like from 9 in the morning to 6 at night on a weekend. They could come over, we could hang out, do something fun, but that wasn't good enough. They wanted overnight visits and full weekends. When I said no to sleepovers, Jake's mom literally hung up on me. Wednesday rolled around and my daughter got sick at Jake's house. She had a fever and kept crying for me, so I drove over to pick her up. When I got there, both of his older daughters were standing in the doorway with their bags packed. They ran up to me begging to come home with me until Sunday. I told them I couldn't do that because I wasn't going to drive them to school and do all those morning drop-offs. That's when they started crying. The 13-year-old was sobbing, saying, "Why are you being so mean to us? Everyone was right about you." The 10-year-old was crying too, asking why I didn't love them anymore. I felt terrible watching them cry, but I also remembered every time they told me I wasn't their real mom. Every time they said I couldn't tell them what to do because I didn't give birth to them. Every Mother's Day when they refused to even acknowledge me while I made them breakfast. I looked at them and said, "You've told me so many times that I'm not your mother. You've said really hurtful things to me for years, so I'm not about to make my life harder just to make you happy now." Jake came to the door and tried to convince me to take them, but I grabbed my sick daughter and left. My mom completely backs me up. She said even if I did take them, she wouldn't babysit because they've been disrespectful to her too, like the time they told her she was too old to understand anything, or when they made fun of her cooking at Thanksgiving. Now Jake's whole family is saying I'm the worst person alive for turning my back on children. But these aren't little kids who don't know better anymore. They're teenagers who spent years making sure I knew I wasn't their real mom. And now that the divorce is final, suddenly they want me back in their lives.